We now arrive at two tags that don't really have equivalents in CSS, so you'll need to use them occasionally: the abbreviations tag and the acronyms tag. Abbreviations are useful when you need to save space and keep your text paragraphs clean and concise. This is always a challenge with web designers, to keep your pages clean but informative. So abbreviations will help with that. An acronym is a word that is made by using the first letters of a phrase or by combining initial letters or parts of words to get a new word. Some examples of acronyms are NASA, which stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or radar, radio detecting and ranging. Abbreviations and acronyms are used all the time in many technical documents. For example, HTML is an abbreviation that stands for Hypertext Markup Language. However, when you use too many acronyms or abbreviations in your content, and then you don't define them for your readers can get very confused. Luckily, there are two HTML elements that you can use to clarify your web page copy when you use abbreviations and acronyms. That is the abbreviation tag and the acronyms tag. Let's start off with the abbreviations tag. Here in this document, if we look at the source code, we can see that there is a opening ABBR abbreviation tag with a attribute title, which gives me the title of the abbreviation, and then the actual abbreviation here, CSS, and then the closing tag. Let's go ahead and move this paragraph tag out of the way there. This ABBR tag is used to define abbreviations. An abbreviation is any shortening of a word or phrase, either by using the first few letters or, in the case of a phrase, the first letter of each word. Some additional example abbreviations would be CSS, Cascading Style Sheets, or XML, Extensible Markup Language. With the ABBR tag, you can include a definition of your abbreviation right on the page itself. Most modern browsers then display that word with some type of indication to show that it's got a definition associated with it, or by displaying a tooltip when the mouse hovers over the word. You include your definition in the attribute of the ABBR tag, the title attribute right there. So in this example, when I roll over my abbreviation here in Internet Explorer, it's going to give me a little tooltip. Let's go ahead and activate the browser. There it is, Cascading Style Sheet. That's reading the title attribute of the tag. Now the acronym tag acts in a similar way to the ABBR abbreviation tag, but rather than defining abbreviations, it defines acronyms. Again, an acronym is a word that's made by using the first letters or phrases, or by combining initial letters or parts of words to get a new word. Many people mistake acronyms as being just shortenings of phrases by taking their first letters, but unless it forms a new word by doing that, it's just an abbreviation. With the acronym tag, you can also include a definition of your acronym right on the page itself. Here is the example I have on this page. Acronym, opening tag, title attribute equals, in quotations, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and then the actual acronym there. And then the closing tag, ACRONYM, in between the less than, forward slash, and greater than symbols. If we preview this in Internet Explorer and we roll over NASA, it gives me a little tooltip, National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Very nice. And again, with the acronym tag, modern browsers support this by either displaying the acronym with some indication that there's a definition associated with it, or by displaying, in this case, a tooltip when the mouse hovers over the word. There are some differences in usage between HTML 4.01 and HTML5. The acronym tag is not supported in HTML5. Use the abbreviation tag instead. Now, other than the tags described in this section, most of your page formatting will be done using CSS. So let me move on to the next movie and introduce you to some of the more important CSS text properties so you can compare and contrast them to the tags that you've learned about in this section.